you've seen a hyacinth before. You're not a nature expert, but like you saw it in like a tome or something once, and you give
You
a
saw
couple
it.
of like little instructions, and she kind of like takes the hyacinth simulacra and like tweaks a little bit, makes the petals like a little bit longer and thinner, bends a couple like here and there, and changes the color of the inside just a tiny bit. And Blagothkus looks at it, it's like, well, it's not perfect, but I think as an offering, I think she'll really appreciate that. Yes, I think that will work quite nicely. And Jamna's like, okay, cool, and takes out a map of the place, or like just takes out like a general map of the Sword Coast. Uh, Takes a couple of calculations on it. Sticks a finger in her mouth, holds it up, checks the wind. Uh, Makes a couple other calculations. Like, all right, cool. I think I know what to do. And
Can I give Janma a quick thing?
mhm.
Well, the thing is remember I had talked way back to that elk
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
that spoke Sylvan and stuff, and it gave me
yeah.
that whole thing about how you got to follow the path, you're on the right path, the castle's floating, etc., and someone might die. So it's just like, Jamna, I know this is just like part of the risk that comes with the thing, but be extra careful because I heard it from a deer.
You, uh, so in the context of, well, I guess our lives, that doesn't really strike me as especially weird. So thanks. I'll try and be careful. I know this is kind of getting to be. I mean, this is it, guys. I mean, this is really exciting stuff. But yeah, I'll try to be as careful as I can. But thank you, Gray. I appreciate your concern. And with a little bit more gravity now. She was initially like really just kind of excited and ready to go, but she kind of toned it down a little bit and she's like, okay, cool. I think I can do this. And
I give Gemini a high five.
oh,
And some guidance for herself too.
And
thanks,
some
big dude.
guidance.
How long does guidance last?
I think like 10 minutes.
Okay, cool. I mean, she just kind of feels a little bit better. She feels a little bit more capable, and heads off and goes towards the guard tower, being as stealthy as she can. It's like, all right, guys. Well, hopefully this will take us where we need to go.
1 minute. Sorry.
What's up?
1 minute for how long the guidance lasts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, but
Might
she,
help if she needs to be sneaky on the way there, kind of thing.
yeah, she kind of puts her black leather hood over and goes and heads off. And it's like, all right, wish me luck, guys. And
Do you think
Blagothkus.
the black leather would help her in a castle full of blue and white?
Well, it's really more of a mindset, I think. If you feel sneaky, then
Yeah.
you are sneaky.
And
But
besides, she's
Like the
like
world's
she
greatest
has like
thief?
well, I'm pretty sure she has an invisibility spell somewhere that she's used before.
Yeah.
hmm
No, the world's greatest thief.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Remember that?
who you're actually unsure is whether or not he's alive or dead
It went
because
up-
he
it
disappeared in
went
a.
up in a poof of smoke.
Yeah,
It's just like poof.
you'll never know. But anyway, Jamna heads off with the slight magic of both Blagothkus's and who cast guidance? Was it you, Gray, or was it?
Me.
Okay,
Yeah,
and your magic kind of ferrying her along, and she heads towards the control tower. But as Blagothkus kind of walks him go off, it's like, well, I think it's about to pop off, boys and girls. And to that end, I get a feeling that if we cut off the head of this serpent, that we might be able to maybe save a lot of unnecessary bloodshed. Have you heard a tale of I guess, the main guy in charge of this dragon cult?
Rismir?
That's the one, Resmir the Black. She is currently on.
Can I tell him?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, can I tell him? I had before coming here happened to spy upon a cave with 2 black dragons in it.
Two
Uh,
black.
Yeah.
Yeah, from
from the
what was it? There was like a hidden wall
At
that
the
has
castle.
one of them hidden behind it, and they apparently rotate out.
Hmm.
from that bookshelf thing.
Oh, the telescope.
Well,
back
no,
in
but they
what
rotate
castle
out
was it?
from the behind of a
Oh
bookshelf.
yeah, it was a bookshelf.
Okay. That disturbs me greatly. So, dragonkind does not necessarily work in pairs or teams unless absolutely necessary. So the idea of two dragons sharing one cave is honestly quite disturbing. I had no idea that things were this far along. Um, the idea of a black dragon, and especially a black dragon, which are very capricious, jealous, insecure creatures by nature, two of them sharing a cave is almost unheard of. Um, and
Oh,
you
we've
said they
also
were.
heard that Resmir hates mayo and onions.
Oh yes, I mean that's
Yeah.
that's not exactly a closed secret. I guess you'd have to ask, but yes, she has very specific dietary requests that she puts through to our kitchen. We actually had one of our kobolds flayed alive because a drop of mayonnaise made its way into one of her dishes. Really
I'm loving this roleplay.
cannot
Sorry,
stand.
sorry,
Yeah.
carry on. I'm
Oh
loving
yeah.
this roleplay.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I guess maybe Terry got off easy getting eaten whole by the dragon. Man.
Oh
Oh, and he's
yes.
dead, by the way.
Yeah. The kobold that was flayed is actually still um, alive. It's kind of it's like a trophy, I guess. They just kind of put him up on the wall. Like they toss bits of its flesh to it to just kind of keep it going. But needless to say, we don't have a whole lot of mayo and diced onions in the larders here at Castle Skyreach. But yes,
Oh, and
you're
also we killed the white dragon that was down in the basement, so that's dealt with.
holy
And the
sh-
vampire up here.
So this guy has been putting on an air of like regality and nobility this entire time, but as soon as he hears you say that, and like he looks at you and like realizes that you're not messing around, he's just like, "Holy shit!" Um, well, that would explain the increased activity around the upper courtyard. They are probably looking for you something fierce. However, I believe if you were to cut off the serpent's head, the rest of the body would follow suit, if that makes any sense. Resmir is currently stationed on this castle, and I believe I know her rough whereabouts.
Well,
We can go to the
that sounds
kitchen
like
and-
next person to cross off our list then.
I
I want to go to the kitchen right now and create food and water and just make.
So to go down
Tons
to
of
go
mayo.
to go down to the kitchen, you would have to go on a little bit of a journey because it is on the bottom floor. Like
It's the middle
what
floor,
it
isn't it?
like going to the kitchen
Can I just
from
like,
the bedroom for a giant is like a quarter day's journey for you guys.
Can I just like ask him if one of these what are these orcs or
No, they're ogres still.
ogres? Can I ask if the ogres can just carry this food down?
Just like
Use it
create
every
mayo and
meal.
onions and just like here,
Every
drop this
meal
off.
they have to be used.
So
I don't
Or-
think you can create
yeah.
specific kinds of foods. It's just like substance that can
yeah,
be
you can.
eaten.
yeah, no, there's no problem against that. I mean, it's going to be Walmart extra value quality. That's the whole idea about create food and water. It's like
Yeah.
you can create pretty much anything, but like it's not going to be the most delicious mayonnaise you ever had. It's going to be like some Miracle
okay,
Whip
so
ass
not
shit.
only are we giving her mayonnaise that
It's
she
gross
hates,
mayonnaise. Yeah, it's gross mayonnaise.
Knockoff
It's gross
mayonnaise at
mayonnaise.
that.
Yeah.
Sweet. Just don't let us eat here by accident.
So
Well, as much as I love where your head is at, small dwarven chef, I suppose. I've actually come to value Ori and Gory, and he kind of gestures to his two ogres. They're not much for conversation, but damn if they can't take care of those split ends. And he kind of shakes his hair a little bit, and I gotta tell you, dudes, it looks amazing. It looks like freshly fallen snow. And he's like, so
Is there any other?
That
Is there
looks
any
glorious,
others in the
sir.
tower that can take this down?
well,
Actually, I'm gonna ask. Did you see? By the way, did you see some like chucklehead come up the steps earlier and like, where did he head to?
Oh yes,
'Cause he was
Cransfield.
definitely doing something shifty.
I don't know. He had the strangest look on his face, but he just went upstairs. I haven't seen him since.
Well, keep an eye out for him. I think he may be up to something.
I think I'll do that. Thank you. What is wrong with him exactly?
I'm not sure, but instead of like coming down to fight, he just like decided to go upstairs and
Coming down to
go
fight. Was there
himself.
a scuffle? Was there an altercation?
There was a little accident.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
Oh,
You're,
good lord! Everybody on the first floor is dead, aren't they?
You could say
No,
that.
not at all.
Yeah.
sir.
Well,
Just one
sorry,
of them
we
are
didn't realize they
sleeping
were
and,
yours at the time.
Well, let
Every
he
time
who
twice.
lives in a glass house first throw the first stone. I think we've all been there. Man. It's hard to find good help these days, but at least I've got Ori and Gore, and he just kind of like pats their heads, and they like purr a little bit. It's really weird. They're just like, cause they're like man shaped, but yeah, they do like the. Yeah. But yes, we've got. I mean, I have my own. This is part of my personal guard. These are not Dragon Cult aligned. These are actually my attendants. But I'm afraid Ori and
Is
Goyo.
there anybody else up here that we should not kill? Because it's kind of hard to tell them apart.
Well,
Uh,
and he rings like a little silver bell, and then turns the silver bell upside down and starts talking into it like it's a walkie-talkie. And he says, Stansfield, Silverstein, Jonathan, there's going to be, I would say, 4 to 6 people leaving this tower. Priority 1, don't shoot them. Don't hit them with the ballista. Try and see if you can get any of the other non-honor guard ogres to follow suit. If not, no harm, no foul. But just see what you can
you
do.
know what? I'm gonna and that ogre that I suggested. He was one of the ones with the purple plumes and stuff, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop concentration on that so that doesn't.
Okay.
It's like that.
Yeah, you drop concentration, and a couple of I'd say like 10 to 15 seconds later, the ogre that you charmed walks slowly down the stairs, and he looks like he got beat up by 3 ogres that were trying to defend a ballista.
Alright, and then I ask John.
Ugh.
He looks a bit beat up. I think we should send him down to the kitchen to get some food and bring some onions and mayo with him.
Silverstein hurt. Silverstein need nap and lots of juice.
Well, I'll make you some water and some onions and some mayo. If you bring him down, you can drink it all.
Oh, better not bring this around Dragon Lady. She'll beat my ass.
Don't worry, she's not gonna be around. It's okay.
Okay, if you say so. My head really hurt.
Make sure the chefs know to use this in every dish.
I'll tell them. And he just kind of like limps down to the Blogoth. He's like, so there's, I mean, I do love the concept of this plan, mostly because of my personal distaste for Resmere. However, there has been a bit of a public notice to the kitchen,
Wait.
specifically not to use these specific items. If you
Who
were
expressed
to,
hesitation? Does someone express hesitation? Because they can make it look like not onions and stuff.
that actually, I don't think that would not be prestidigitation. I believe that would be probably minor illusion.
Does anybody have minor illusion?
Gray? Oh, you look frozen in time. Oh, that's weird. Somebody cast a petrify spell.
Yeah, he's like.
He's turned gray and stone-like.
We have a statue in the room.
I'll hawk him.
Oh,
Oh,
he's gone.
okay, it's gone.
You hugged him to death.
It's gone.
Yeah.
That is
Oh, no.